High up in the mountains here at Spielberg, it's time for qualifying on what will be the fastest laps of the season. Stand by for qualifying at the Austrian Grand Prix.
Right, I've got a little bit of an electrical problem at the moment. We're working on it, so don't worry. We're going to get you out there as soon as possible. Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now. We don't have the data for that, I'm afraid. Here's a quick position rundown for you. The top 5 are the fastest lap at the moment, 1 minute 03.5. Schumacher, Russell, Senna, Colapinto and Maloney. Fantastic, you've got pole position.
With qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then. Welcome from the beautiful Styrian Mountains for another chapter in the story of the Austrian Grand Prix. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Andrea Kimi Antonelli lines up on pole position, and Michael Schumacher completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Senna, Russell, Franco Colapinto, and Maloney, Barnard, Albon, Jackson, and Liam Lawson, Hakkinen, Pierce, Jack Doohan, and Tramnitz, O'Sullivan, Bortoletto, Victor Martins, and Pierre Gasly, Hadja, Verschoor, Crawford, and Nikola Zoloff rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Now use DRS. DRS now available. First position, front of the pack. Schumacher behind. They're on fresh mediums. You're leading the pack, that's P1. That's Schumacher behind you. They're on fresh mediums. You've got 4 laps until your pit window opens. Okay, 32 laps to go. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. And that's 30 laps of fuel remaining. We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Okay, track conditions aren't improving. It's your choice as to whether you want to fit full wets next time you come in. Okay, be mindful of the conditions. The track's getting wetter. Recommend you stay out for now, though. We'll be much slower if we move on to inters this early. Okay, we think the underbody's incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious at the moment. Just be careful.
We've seen a brilliant display of the Russell hustle. It's George Russell who wins.
to overcome the difficult circumstances they face throughout this race today, Crofty, it's not easy, and it really shows a lot of maturity, and you can use this, you can draw on this as a driver moving forward and boost your confidence through the rest of the championship.
What a day it's been for Formula One, and what a day it's been for these three drivers. Time for the podium celebrations. Time for our drivers to celebrate. By George, he was good today. The top step awaits for George Russell. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Chief, I must remind you that we have parts fully researched that are waiting for development. Let's get that performance on the car.
Okay, boss. Got an interesting bit of news for you. We've had a driver reach out to us to ask if we'd be interested in a preliminary chat with them about possibilities for next season. You can always say no if you're not interested, or we can see where it goes. Your call. Okay, I've said yes to an informal chat. Let's get them in, tell them all about our project, and see what we can learn about them.
Hi. Notice we've got some spare cash reserves. Obviously, I know you've got other priorities, but don't forget you can upgrade the corporate facility whenever you like.